Welcome again, Sagittarius. Didichi here from astrology.com.au. Glad you could drop in to have a listen to my brief snapshot of what's happening to you throughout February 2017. And I must say, there should be an easing of the tension you've been feeling with it's a tough transit, Saturn through your sun sign. I keep talking about this. Won't you be glad when that's over? There is a nice trine aspect that has formed. It's passing now, but it should be carrying through with some of the Uranus energy that is there in your sixth house of, your fifth house of creative activities, romance, and children. And now, just this month, the month commences with this very powerful Moon and Mars conjunction right there in the fifth house. So this to me signals a great passion for new creative endeavours. In some cases they talk about this being the competitive house, and it may well be true because having Mars there on that fifth house indicates sport and physical activity. So it could be that some of these tensions and frustrations you've been experiencing can best be relieved through this avenue of activity. Venus is also going to move into this sector on the 4th of February, pardon me, and that's passionate because you're going to have Venus moving, because it's a faster moving planet, moving there towards the position of Mars. Mars is an excellent planet for you. Moon is, it's somewhat friendly, but it rules your 8th house. 8th house is the house of hidden money. This is also speculation, the 5th house. So there are some indicators here that you may be speculating. Now, this could be money, but it could also be relationships. That 5th house does dominate love affairs. And when you've got Venus in there as well, it's quite likely you're going to feel an upsurge of sexual and romantic energy. And that will intensify over the month. So, notwithstanding the fact that I've been harping on this troublesome Saturn in your sun sign, it's nice to see some relieving influences here from the trine house. That's the Aries sign, 120 degrees away. We also see the focus that may occur in your domestic sphere this month, with the Sun, also very, very friendly to you, ruler of the 9th house of luck and fortune, transiting your 4th house of domestic affairs that takes place after the 18th. Excuse me, I've had the flu, so bear with me here. The transit of the Sun in that 4th house is lucky, not just for family affairs, but it does have quite a bit to say in terms of linkages between the house of good fortune, past karma, and property. 4th house is property. So this happens usually once every year, but you do have the added benefit of having Venus in this 4th house as the month commences, at least just for 4 days only. And then you have the spiritual planets, Neptune and Ketu, the south node, which is your past karma point transiting this area. And that's going to continue for a while longer. So when this 9th ruler transits into this sector, there is a strong dominant spiritual energy surrounding your domestic and also your real estate issues, Sagittarius. Could be that you want to create a bit of a sanctuary there. You may want to change the way your living circumstances affect your mind and your spirit. Now, that could be for some of you an opening to study such things as Feng Shui, or in the Hindu system they call it Vastu, just the way geomagnetic energies affect you. So even if you don't pick up those books, just take some time to walk into your house, walk through your house, and just get a feel for how your house actually makes you feel. You may find just moving one object, one bit of furniture or whatever, facing your bed in a different direction, can make you feel a lot better. That sounds strange, but just try it. See what happens. You'll be surprised. So the opening is there for you to do that. Jupiter continues in its lovely transit through your 11th house. 11th house of friendships, we do see a square between Mercury and Jupiter. That gets more intensified on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of the month and starts to ease up after that. This is after Mercury has made a very powerful conjunction to Pluto in this same finance sector in the last 3 days of January, 3 or 4 days of January. So this could herald a difference of opinion over money. There could be disputes over money, money that's owed to you from friends. Always, always a bad move to loan money or borrow money from friends. That's one way to look at this transit. The other is that there could just be differences in opinion. It could be a political difference as well, because what's happening in the world right now, especially with the elections in the US, there's been a lot of divisiveness here, and people can often equate what you're saying with some bigger philosophical or political agenda on your part. So it's important to explain yourself, and better still, not get into any sort of detailed analysis or argumentation with friends, unless, of course, they owe you money. If that's already happened, you may have some problems, or you may feel uncomfortable broaching that subject, but you may actually have to sever the ties with someone if they're not going to comply or, make good their agreement or promise with you. So that's a bit of a problematic one, and that, as I said, on the 3rd is a square, but you'll notice that because Mercury is so fast moving, on the 22nd it does move it moves to the 3rd house of your horoscope, Aquarius, on the 7th, and then into a fine trine aspect on the 22nd. So I'd be saying that no matter what happens then, there is a pathway for you to smooth things over with friends. Mercury, by the way, also deals with your 7th house of marital affairs. So some of these problems may not just be relating to friends because of the position of Jupiter there, but also by virtue of the fact that Mercury rules your 7th house of marriage, spouse, and long-term business partnerships, that those areas may come under the same umbrella of that transit that I've just mentioned. Now, I'd like you to take a look at what I've done for the year, because I've put this very brief snapshot of the month of February in context in the larger picture for the 12 months of 2017. You can get that at astrology.com.au, along with the daily readings and lots of other free stuff there. And yours truly, if you need a more thorough face-to-face reading with me to actually look at your horoscope from the date and the time of the day and place of birth to get really, really more accurate insights into what's happening. So do that. I welcome you there, and I do thank you for joining me again as usual. Until next month, take care. Bye-bye.